resolution of force into rectangular components. So consider a force. Here we are taking one example. Here we are considering an inclined force F. So now we are going to resolve this force into components. So this inclined force is making some angle with the horizontal. So with the horizontal it is making some angle. That angle here we are assuming theta. So with this plane, so we can resolve this force into two components. So a force can be resolved into two components. Those components are a component which is horizontal and a component which is vertical, or you can say a component which is along the x-axis and another component is along the y-axis. That's why here we are giving the name as along x-axis or along the horizontal we are giving name fx, and the vertical component or along the y-axis here we are giving a name fy, fx and fy. So here we are splitting a force component into two components, fx and fy, horizontal component and a vertical component. We are resolving this force into one horizontal component and one vertical component. These two components are 90 degrees to each other. So if these two components are 90 degrees, so horizontal and vertical component, the angle between these two components is 90 degrees. That's why these components are called rectangular components. These components are called rectangular components. So now we have to find out what is the value of fx and what is the value of fy. So for that, here we are making a triangle. So here again we are going to draw this one is f, this one is fx, horizontal component. So vertical component fy. So you can draw parallel to this horizontal component like this, and you can draw a line parallel to this vertical component fy. So here we are forming a triangle. If this is fy, then this is also fy. If this is fx, then this is also fx. So here a triangle is forming. This is angle theta. So from this triangle, so cos theta equaled on side by hypotenuse. So f. From here fx equal to f cos theta. sin theta equal to opposite side means Fi by F. So Fi equal to F sin theta. So horizontal component of force value will be equal to F cos theta, and vertical component of the force Fy equal to F sin theta. So these values we got from this triangle. So if this is Fx, then if you draw a line parallel here, then this is also Fx. If this is Fy, if you draw a line parallel to this line, so this is also Fy. So that's why here we got a triangle. So directly you can draw this Fx and Fy like this also. So Fx, F cos theta, Fy, F sin theta. So here F force is making an angle theta with the horizontal component. So the force which is making an angle theta with the horizontal component, that's why here horizontal component we got F cos theta. So automatically other one will become F sin theta. You can directly write, so without forming this triangle also. So if you understand clearly, so Fx equal to F cos theta and Fy equal to F sin theta. So these are called rectangular components because the angle between those two components is 90 degrees. So resolution of force into rectangular components. And another one is, for example, if the angle between those two components is not 90 degrees, then those components are called oblique components. So next one, resolution of force into oblique components. Before going into this, so one thing you have to understand that if you consider a horizontal force, so in the problem if he give like this, if he gives like this force, so you can resolve this force into also two components. How? So every force has two components. So here F x equal to F cos theta, Fy equal to F sin theta. But what is theta here? So this force is not making an angle with the horizontal. That means theta is 0. So here theta is 0. That's why F cos 0 equal to cos 0 means 1. So F cos 0 means it will become F. So horizontal component is going to become the same force. So if it is force is if he gives like this, that means he gave horizontal component directly. So you can understand the horizontal component of this force is F only. So that's why Fx equal to F. What about Fy, vertical component? So there is no vertical component because F sin 0. Sin 0 means 0. So there is no vertical component. In the problem if he gives like this, so here he gave directly vertical component, because here in this case it is making an angle 90 degrees with the horizontal. With the horizontal, it is making 90 degrees. That's why theta equal 90 degrees. So at that time fx will be equal to f cos theta, means f cos 90. Cos 90 means 0. So there is no horizontal component, but it is going to have vertical component. Fy equal to f sin theta, means f sin 90. Sin 90 means 1. So f. So this force have a vertical component, that is F only. So this way you have to understand. So next one is resolution of force into oblique components. So here the angle between the two components is not 90 degrees. That's why here it is main force F. Here we are resolving into two components. Like this and like this. Here we are giving a different name for these components, some P and some Q. So here we are considering an angle alpha, and here we are assuming angle some phi. So you can draw a line parallel to this line here, and you can draw a line parallel to this line. So to form a triangle, so we draw parallel lines. So here, if it is phi, then automatically this angle will become phi, because alternative angles are same. So alpha, if it is alpha, and if it is phi, then this angle will become 180 minus alpha plus phi, because the sum of all the angles in a triangle will become 180 degrees. So already there is one angle here alpha, another angle is here phi. So automatically the next angle will become 180 minus alpha plus phi. So now we have to calculate these force components P and Q. So to calculate this, here we are using sine rule, because we have these unknown forces and we have angle. At that time we have to follow sine rule. According to sine rule, so for this side P from here we have to continue. So here we have a force F by opposite angle. Sine of opposite angle is sine of 180 minus alpha plus phi. So here we are applying sine rule. So according to sine rule, here this side, whatever the side we have considered, this side by sine of opposite angle, F by sine of 180 minus alpha, and here P by sine of opposite angle sine phi. And from this triangle, so if it is Q, so this line we have drawn parallel to this line, so this force component is Q. So if it is Q, then this is also Q. So this line is also Q. So Q by opposite angle is alpha, Q by sin alpha. So these are oblique components because the angle between P and Q is not 90 degrees. So if you want to resolve this force into oblique components and if you want to calculate, then you have to apply sin